Hi everybody, Maria from BFabBU. So today is my day 2 of the 30-day Facebook Live challenge. Sorry I'm a little late, but it's been a pretty busy day and I just actually finished a group session with my lifestyle booty camp group for PCOS and it was awesome. So I'm doing this video because I'm committed to doing it. So anyway, yesterday we spoke about sugar, and the month of November is diabetes month awareness. So we're going to keep talking about, what things that impact, blood sugar and insulin and all that kind of stuff. So we talked about yogurt. I gave an example. So I still have the little yogurts over here with me. So I'm going to keep picking on them. There's a lot to talk about in yogurt. But what I'm going to focus today is actually on balanced foods or balanced meals. Okay. And when I talk about that, we're talking about, I'm talking about, having a good ratio of carbohydrates and fats and proteins. Now, there is all kinds of qualities of carbs. There's all kinds of qualities of protein and fat. That's for another session. But when I talk about carbs, I actually talk about vegetables and fruits. But we are going to evaluate this yogurt. I know a lot of individuals who have a yogurt for breakfast, and is that balanced? Meaning that, a good way, you might have heard about the zone diet. Zone diet it's a good way to see how the person performs, and that is about 40 grams of carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat. And that has done really good for me, especially when I started my health journey. So anyway, I'm gonna pick on this yogurt over here. And this one, let me see, no, actually. So this is the Yoke play, okay? And hopefully you can read here, but I'm gonna read it to you. So it is 170 grams, has 150 calories. So I'm reading to here. I'm not talking about the ingredients quite yet, we're just looking into balanced. The ingredients may be impacting the absorption of these foods, but that's not the conversation today. So it has 150 calories and has 25 grams coming from carbs. And out of these carbs, there is 18 grams coming from sugars, okay? And in this case, it's going to be mostly added sugar. And what is the other 7? Those are normally complex carbs, okay? If we had any fiber, then it would be listed in here as well. But the net over here of this is 25. So how do we calculate this? How do we get to 150 calories, So one carb is 4 calories, 1 gram of carb is, and the same for protein, is 4 calories. So we have over here 25 grams of carbs, 25 multiplied by 4, that's 100. So 100 divided by 150, well, that's a lot, right? So, and then we have 6 grams of protein. So 6 multiplied by 4, that's 24. So leave us with 124, about 26 grams left, or 26 calories left from 150. Well, then we go and we see that there is some fat in here. Okay, so that is, and there's total fat of 2 grams. So, give and take. So that's how we calculate where the calories come from. But then you're saying, okay, well, what is balance? If we talking about, carbs being 40% of it, well, 40% of 150, that would be, 20, that would be 60 calories, right? And we have 100 from the carbs. So you can see that this is already not balanced at all. Now, and the sugar content is very high, which is going to raise your blood sugar. So I'm going to stop on here on this, but I also would like to share with you, my little creation over here, how a meal, looks like for a person who is in a balanced diet, balanced meal. So your blood sugar, has a curve over here for about 2.5 hours. It kind of goes up, peaks about 45 minutes, and then goes down because of insulin does this job. And we can digest this another day. And then after 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, for the next 2 to 3 hours, the body starts burning fat if you are not consuming food, okay? So, you know, in order for the blood sugar to peak about 45 minutes, you know, to keep it all balanced and nice, you know, distribution over here, it has to be balanced, you know, and otherwise it's going to peak, which is the case, most case of foods like this, you know, that have a much higher content of carbs. And because basically, actually not basically, there is zero fiber, this is gonna shoot up your your sugars very high. So this is not gonna be a nice curve like this. It's gonna be like whoop, you know, and then you might be crashing down again, and then, you know, an hour or so later you're still hungry, depending if your size and height and, you know, how big you are, man and woman, you know, that yogurt is gonna do nasty. So you keep going up and down, up and down, up and down throughout the day. And then you miss the opportunity to burn fat, okay? This is a little bit more complicated. I teach this in detail for my clients so they understand this well, you know, kind of teach them how to balance their foods and all that. But I just want to put a plug on your, you know, in your brain over here to start looking into, okay, am I eating a balanced meal, you know? So target to be about, you know, just to get started, everybody's different. So you're going to, over time, identify, well, I need more fat. Well, I need maybe more protein. You know, 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fats. Without discussing the quality right now, but just start this way. So then start, you know, thinking about, okay, let's look into the nutrition label and figure out what is this food giving to me. Do I need to add more fat? Do I need to add more, you know, protein or whatever? And then you make your choices. So, okay, stay tuned to sugar content, added sugar, that's what we learned yesterday, and the distribution of your meals, okay? Carbs, proteins, and fats. And carbs, I would really like you to start thinking about vegetables and fruits instead of, you know, a lot of the processed stuff out there. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. You're welcome to call me, 770-835-5490. You can check my website out, bfabbu.com. And tomorrow, I hope I'll be earlier here. And I truly hope if this has added some value to you, please, you know, make a comment. And if you have any questions, the same thing. All right? Have a good night, and if we don't see each other before then, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, okay? Take care, bye-bye.